What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video, coming to you all live now from Venice. We're currently in Venice, my wife and I, on our honeymoon. We were actually in Como yesterday. We were there for about a day and a half. Now we're in Venice for a day and a half, and then we're going to be going to Positano, then we're going to Florence, and then Rome. So we're still in the beginning of our honeymoon right now, and I figured, hey, let me squeeze in a video. It's currently about 10:30 p.m. when I'm making this video, guys. Not much is going on here. I feel like we're here, well, we are here on the off season, and there's still a lot of people here, but the nighttime, it's a little bit quiet around here. Not much to do. I mean, we went to a bar, had a couple drinks about an hour or two ago. Of course, we had dinner, but now we have some downtime, and I figured, hey, let me make a video. Let's bang out some content and talk about what in the world is going on. So if you guys find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and of course, get your stocks from Moomoo, up to 16 stocks, each up to $2,000. Use that link down below. We'll talk more about that later, guys. And now let's dive into the topic of today's video, which in this case is Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. This stock went up $1 today, up over 6%, which you guys probably know why. There's a big conflict going on right now, which, we're not going to talk about that in particular in this video. I'm staying in my own lane. I'm not a geopolitical channel. It's funny how a lot of these finance channels out there, whenever there's a huge story that's outside of finance, they cover it. They chase the views, they chase the clicks, they chase the money, which we're not doing that here. We're just talking about stocks. We're not going to get into the geopolitical issues and all that good stuff, or not good stuff, but you know what I mean. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay in our lane. And today, guys, we're, going to break down Palantir, like I said, and go over some other stocks that also went up pretty massively today. And all the indexes did very well overall today, which let me show you guys what's going on here. We had the Russell up on the day. Let's see, about 0.6%. And earlier in the day, I think all the indexes were in the red, if I remember correctly. So we did recover a good chunk. Russell up 0.6%. SPY ended up going up. Let's see here, guys. Also 0.6%. You can see in the pre-market, SPY was at about 425. So it did cover a lot of ground intraday. And so did Triple Q. Let me pull this up and show you guys. Triple Q went from, let's see, in the morning, it was at 361. We ended up closing off the day at 366. We rallied 1.5% throughout the day. So markets did very well today. The Dow went up 0.6. The VIX actually also went up, which makes sense, 1.4%. We had gold and silver. Of course, there's a flight to safety right now. There's fears of a World War III, which again, we're not going to get into the conflict going on right now. And quite frankly, I'm not too knowledgeable about it anyway. So I don't like talking about things that I don't know about. And I hate pretending like I know about, a bunch of things when I really don't. And that's the thing with YouTubers, guys. They act like they know everything. But I'm not scared to tell you that I do not know everything, right? I don't know everything. And I'm going to stay in my own lane. But listen, we had a lot of, again, stocks go up today with this conflict going on right now. And gold and silver, well, they're not stocks, but of course they're metals, and gold is a safe haven. Same with silver, and these went up today. Gold up 1.6%, silver up 1.4%. We had oil up a ton. Let me see. Last I checked, at least it was up a ton. Oil ended up going up. Let's see here, guys, if it wants to work. Yeah, 4% on the day. So let's just dive into it, guys. Palantir, which you guys probably remember, I made a video probably 3-4 days ago. It was before the honeymoon. We talked about the ascending triangle that was forming. I think that was on Friday, right? Yeah, you guys can see we were digging ourselves deeper and deeper, or not digging ourselves, but we were squeezing deeper and deeper into the 1675 resistance, into that triangle. And today we finally exploded out of it. 6%, $1 green day for Palantir. Now we're in the mid 17s, which of course is really good. Good news for the bulls. You can see here the ascending triangle that I was talking about in the last video. We were right about at 1670, 1675. That was the high from the end of September, also from Friday. And today we just ripped right out of it. We popped off the 50 SMA in the morning in the pre-market. We actually consolidated above that point on the 1-hour chart. And well, now it looks like, guys, we're heading towards the highs. Let me show you this on maybe the 4-hour chart. Yeah, now it looks like we're pretty much at the highs from the middle end of July, being about $18, $17.50 roughly. And we're already above the highs, which is great, from the middle of June, being about $17. And that's actually the left shoulder here of this head and shoulder. So the fact that Palantir now is breaking above 1650, 17. Now we're in the mid 17s. We're breaking the highs from the last couple of weeks. This is a good sign for the bulls. The head and shoulders is slowly getting out the window, which is great for the bulls. And at this point, guys, we're pretty much one breakout away from going right back to 20, with this conflict is totally possible, in my opinion, right? I think from 17.50, 18 bucks to 20, totally doable. Maybe even this week. I'm not one to give crazy wild predictions in the short term, like, oh yeah, this is going to go 30x next month or something like that. But when there's fear, when there's a lot going on, and this is going to be in the news cycle for quite some time here, let's be honest, what's going on right now, we're going to see a lot of moves, probably in gold, silver, oil, defense stocks, right, which we'll talk about here in a second. Palantir kind of falling in that category a little bit, which is why I'm thinking, again, we could start making that move to 20. Let me show you guys quickly here some other names that I'm looking at. And if we break 20, guys, oh, man, this could be going, who knows from there. On the 3-year chart, let me show you guys, let's see, if we break 20, rather, where could we be going? Maybe towards the mid-high 20s. You guys can see $27, that was the high from the end of 2021, and now that's probably not going to happen anytime soon for all we know, but over time, let's see if that could end up filling, right? That gap could end up filling if we do end up breaking 2021 bucks. So like I said, defense stocks, military defense, whatever you want to call these stocks, guys. Lockheed Martin crushed it today as expected. 8.9% green day for Lockheed Martin. LMT is the ticker. Look at that freaking gap up, guys. Jeez Louise, 9% green day. It was at 393 just a couple of days ago, at the end of last week on Friday, and now it's at 436. That's a massive move here for LMT, guys. We're talking from 393 to 436, 11% move. And is it breaking out yet? Well, I guess it is on the 5-day, 5-minute, but on the 4-hour chart, guys, no, it's not. We're not fully breaking out yet. Yes, we're above the 50 SMA. We're above the highs from the last couple of weeks, which is awesome, but we're still under the 180 SMA, being about 435, and we're still under, 450, 60, which that general range was resistance from the middle of May to the end of August. So LMT is for sure one that I'm looking at here. And like I said, with Palantir, guys, with everything going on, this will likely continue. Maybe not for sure. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but just keep it on the watch list. I think there could be more upside with LMT. RTX is another one. Raytheon, have you guys heard of Raytheon? I'm sure you have. This ended up going up, not nearly as much, but still 4.6% on the day. Very good, $3.22. And it looks like they're set to report earnings on the 24th, which is in 2 weeks from now in the morning, pre-market, which shall be interesting if you ask me, guys. I'm definitely going to be watching that. But with this move, we're trading at a multi-day high. Nothing crazy. We're not fully breaking out or anything close to that for that matter. But we are gapping above the 50 SMA. Heading towards that 180 SMA is definitely in the cards, which is at 79, 80 bucks. And if that were to break, guys, man, oh man, we could be going even higher. So yeah, I mean, today was quite the interesting day. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think the markets were going to recover like they did. Last time I checked, in the beginning of the day, everything was in the red, like I said, but we just rallied throughout the entire day, which is nuts, considering what's going on right now and the fear, right? And really, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest, but we saw it, and the market is full of the unexpected. That's what you have to realize, which is why the motto here, guys, is just stay invested, man. If you're young, if you're 20, 30, if you're in the 30s, 40s, whatever, don't let things like this shake you out of your stock market portfolio, because let's be honest, the reality is in 15 years, what you're worrying about right now, the conflicts going on right now, the reality is the markets are going to forget. That's just the blunt reality of the matter here. And quite frankly, they're going to forget in a week, couple weeks even, right? I mean, unless something crazy, crazy bad, really, really, really bad World War III happens. I have no idea. Again, not too knowledgeable on the topic. But trust me, guys, long term, man, it's just a drop in the bucket. Sure, I mean, it's terrible what's going on. We're not going to get into it. But when it comes to the stock market, It's just a drop in the bucket, and at the end of the day, this will recover over time. I mean, geez, it's already done very well, the S&P over the course of this year, and now it's down about $30 from the recent highs, but I'm telling you, man, it's going to recover at some point. So that's why for long term, I just dollar cost average. I buy quality individual stocks, at good prices, and I dollar cost average, not necessarily into the individual stocks, but definitely into ETFs. Like, VTI is one that I love, which is the Vanguard Total Stock Market Fund. This is one that I've owned for quite some time. And, I used to own VOO, which I might make a video on that, but I've transitioned now into VTI, which listen, VTI has small cap and mid cap. VOO doesn't. It's large cap, but they're all U.S. stocks. I mean, you can't really go wrong, but I just want to diversify a little bit more and simplify my portfolio. So I transitioned fully out of VOO over the last year and just bought VTI. It's not really the end of it's not that big of a deal, but it's very similar. But I just wanted a little bit more exposure to small and mid cap. And that's why I've been buying VTI. And I'm telling you, I mean, listen, in 5 years, markets will forget. In a year, they'll forget. And it'll just continue doing its thing, the stock market, over the course of time. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And do not forget, guys, to get up to 16 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below, or simply go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with your initial $100 deposit. You get 5 stocks right off the bat, and fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And guys, it gets even better. Fund your account with at least $5,000. On top of those 15 stocks, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock, which makes this promo a no-brainer. So get on it, guys. Come on, what are you waiting for? Use that link down below. And of course, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later.